Chase here, the Telepresence Experience Advisor with Ignite Collaboration Services Group. And this is my second video on the Cisco Telepresence portfolio. Today we're going to be taking a look at the EX-90. So this thing is really the Ferrari of personal telepresence units. It's a standalone unit, so everything is built internally. Your codec, your microphone, your speakers are all housed within the unit, with the exception of the camera, which resides on top of the EX-90. Now this video is going to be quite similar to the Jabber video that I just released, in that it's essentially going to be an end-user training session. So we'll go over how to navigate the in-touch control panel, which controls the EX-90, how to check your self view. We'll do place a test call and then escalate that call to a multi-party call and share presentations as well. So if you have an EX-90, you're likely aware of just how incredible these units are, but hopefully we'll be able to show you a few things that maybe you weren't aware of. And otherwise, this is going to be a good showcase on the capabilities and potential of the EX-90, so please enjoy the video. Thanks. Okay, so now let's get into some of the functionalities of the EX-90. The first thing I want to point out is that the EX-90 can be used as your PC monitor. So if I exit my self view, which is on the top right-hand corner of the in-touch here, you can see I'm currently using the EX-90 as my computer monitor. So you've got an HD computer monitor that is also, of course, an HD telepresence unit. So this is a very cool feature of the EX-90. It helps you kind of streamline the desktop. You can get rid of that old computer monitor and just have the EX-90 on your desk. Next I want to show you how to go about changing and altering your self view. So the first thing to note is that the camera will only move up and down manually. So you have to physically grab the camera and move it up and down. And then for any further camera control, you want to select more on the in-touch and select camera control. And that's going to give you the option to zoom in and out. See, zoom out, zoom in, and there's also a focus button there as well. Now the camera usually autofocuses, but if you find it's not focusing the way you want it to, you can select the focus under camera control, and that should do it for you. They don't give you a whole lot of mobility with the camera, but that's because it is a personal unit, so it's designed to be sitting right in front of you with the camera pointed straight at you. Another really cool feature of the camera is that it doubles as a document cam. So if you grab the camera and just point it straight down, it's going to point down to my document. And the EX-90, being the intelligent unit that it is, will invert the image so that the other end will see the image right side up. And to exit document camera mode, of course, you just flip the camera right back up and you can see the image flipped there. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a quick little rundown on the in-touch control panel. I'm going to make my way clockwise around the unit. So you've got your handset here. Anytime you want to get into a private conversation, pick up the handset and it will engage automatically. In the top left-hand corner of the screen, you've got your presence or your status. You've only got two options, available or do not disturb. I will select do not disturb. All incoming calls will be rejected. That's fine. In the middle on the top of the screen, you've got your video address or your URI. To the right of it is your self view button. If you select it, your self view will pop up on the EX-90. Now you can't see that now, but you'll just have to take my word for it. Select it again and it will hide your self view. To the right of that, this button will allow you to select between speaker, handset, and headset. You'll likely have it on speaker the majority of the time, which means the audio from your calls will be coming out of the speakers of the EX-90. You can pick up the handset, and as you can see, it will engage automatically, or you could plug in a headset if you wanted to. Now, in the top right-hand corner of the in-touch, you've got your mute mic button. Select it. When it's red, your microphone is muted. Select it again to unmute the mic, and then your volume control for the unit is on the side here, and it is a simple click and drag. Making our way to the bottom, you've got your more icon. Select it. It's going to give you your camera control, allow you to zoom in and out as well as focus, and also settings. Now you're likely not going to be concerned with the majority of the information in here, but there are some cool things you can do. From an end user perspective, you can change the background on your EX-90, so it will change it on the in-touch as well as the EX-90 itself. There's also ringtone and sound settings, display settings, etc., etc. Exit that. To the left of more, you've got your meetings. So TMS can push meetings to your EX-90, or you can schedule them yourself. And then, of course, the most important icon is your call icon. Select it. It's going to bring up your favorites, directory, history. And as I mentioned, you can place a call out of any of those and just scroll through, select whoever it is that you'd like to call, and then you're going to select call to initiate a call. Now to the right of history is going to bring up your number pad. So if you want to dial an external contact and you have their IP address, this is where you would do it. Or if you have a URI that you want to dial, you can bring up the keyboard and dial that from here. And that pretty much sums up the InTouch control panel for the EX-90. Okay, so now I'm just going to demonstrate how to go about placing a call with the EX-90. So it's all done through the InTouch control panel. Now what I'm going to do first is connect with a colleague of mine, James. He's one of our AV Telepresence consultants here at igniteCSG. I'm going to connect with James and share a presentation with him. And then what we're going to do is we're going to escalate that call to a multi-party call. So we're going to add Kurt into the call, who appeared in the Jabber video. So to get started, just select call on the InTouch, and it's going to bring up your favorites, directory, history, or your keypad to the far right. You can make a call out of any of these menus. So you can call right out of your favorites, right out of your directory, or your history. I'm going to place the call out of my history. You can see I can just scroll up and down as if I were on an iPad. I'm going to find the endpoint that James is at, select it, and then press call, and that's going to connect us. Hey James, how's it going?
Great. How are you, Chase, this afternoon?
Good, thanks buddy. So you can see it was that easy to connect to James. Just find him in the history, select his name, and then call. And to share a presentation, as long as you have a PC connected to your EX-90, whether it be HDMI or VGA, a presentation is going to be an in-call option. So it's sitting right here. I select presentation, and then select present, and you can see it goes into presentation mode. Can you see that okay, James?
Yeah, perfect.
Right on. So yeah, I've got a web browser open, a web page open on my computer right now, but you can share anything. I'm sharing my full desktop, so Word documents, what have you. And to stop sharing a presentation, after you open up your presentation, stop sharing will appear automatically. I select stop sharing, and away it goes. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we'll escalate this to a multi-party call. I will connect us to Kurt. So to do that, you just repeat the same process that you do to initiate your first call. So I'll select call, go under my history. Kurt is on his laptop using Jabber video, and I will find him and then just select call. Now this is going to put James on hold, and then I'll have to merge the two calls together. So James, I'll just have you on hold for a sec, okay?
No problem.
Okay. So call, and we will connect with Kurt.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to have to call you back. I just have Chase call me on video here, so I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye.
Hey, sorry buddy.
It's all right.
Okay.
You?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Very good.
Good. I'm actually just doing a demo on the EX-90 here.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so we're doing a multi-party call. So we've got James on hold right now. We've just connected to Kurt, and now there's an option here on the InTouch that says merge. So I'll select those, and it will merge the two calls. Okay. Awesome. So it takes a second, but you can see that by merging the two calls, it automatically escalates it to the bridge. And if you want to bring up your self view, it's top right-hand corner, and you can see your self view will pop up in the bottom right-hand corner. Kurt, maybe you could tell us a little bit about the camera you're using.
Oh, yeah. I think you can probably tell the quality is quite a bit nicer. I'm using a Logitech HD camera instead of the one that's built into my laptop, so I'm really liking it so far.
Perfect. And then as you can see, as Kurt started to talk, he became the active presenter or the active speaker. So that is an automatic, sort of a default layout setting with the EX-90, in that whoever is speaking will become the largest on screen. And then there are some other layout options that you can explore as well. So we'll turn the self view off. And that's about all for placing calls. So I'm just going to disconnect for now, guys.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
See ya.
So I just select end, and it ends both the calls, and I'm back to my desktop where I can go about my day. Okay, so that wraps up this video on the EX-90. So just to review, we covered off how to navigate the InTouch, how to place calls, how to escalate those calls to multi-party calls, as well as how to share presentations while you're in calls. So as this video has demonstrated, the EX-90 is a truly incredible unit. If you have one, you're likely aware of that. And if not, if you're considering getting one, I would absolutely recommend it as a personal telepresence unit. Now, if you have any further questions, feel free to contact me at my email address, chase.dollamont@igniteCSG.com, or through our website, www.igniteCSG.com. And stay tuned for future installments on the Cisco Telepresence portfolio that we will be rolling out very soon. Thanks.